Beautiful day here in South Georgia, man. Like 3 weeks ago, we had 5 inches of snow. Now things are back to normal. 70 degrees, working on about 1,200 acres. And I saw a gopher tortoise coming in. They live about 40 to 60 years out here in the wild. Google search. And in captivity, they can live up to 90. But I'm trying to sneak up on him simply because they feel the vibrations. But when I buzzed by on the four-wheeler, he kind of ignored me. So we're going to slip up there on him and see if I can't show you what he looks like for some of you people in TV land that ain't never seen one in real life. So here we go. So he's right up there by that little limb, that little tree. You see his little back. So we try not to ever damage or mess with their nest. So that's where his little nest is at, so no tractors go around it. Oh man, he saw me. He didn't see me, but he heard me. They're slick. See if we can't take a look at him down in his hole. Now, rattlesnakes like to stay down in the holes too. Get a flashlight. Zoom back out so you don't get sick. Well, you got to see the back of one. Hold on. All that junk right there, that's hog damage. Right here rooting up this food plot. I'll show you up close. Now, some of you in TV land may think that's like a big group of hogs. It's probably 2 hogs is what I know are back here right now, just 2 hogs. They sit here all night. They ain't got nothing better to do. You know, think if that was the only thing you had to do in life was be good at one thing, you'd be good at it. So they're good at this, rooting, looking for food. So hang on. All right, we'll change the scenery. Left that property and we're on another property now. A little bit of a swamp. I'm gonna buzz you around and let you take a look. Sun's starting to come down, so we got to put a wiggle in it. Excuse my hair, tonight's haircut night. But basically, if you look at that gopher tortoise, if I can talk, I think there's days that we need to be the gopher tortoise. I really do. Where we just kind of go down off in a hole, but we don't want to stay there too long because then the brain will think that's a good idea, and then that's where you stay. But a buddy of mine who was a pretty high-ranking person in a major law enforcement agency went home from work one day to eat lunch. Phone kept ringing, phone kept ringing, phone kept ringing. And he sat down on the sofa and he put on Bonanza. He's about my age. And he said, I watched one rerun after another for about 3 hours of Bonanza. And I never paid attention to my phone and I just dropped off the grid. You know, and that to me is the Bonanza day, you know, that occasionally we all need a Bonanza day. Or if we're like that, you know, gopher tortoise, we hear the vibration in the ground. He heard me walking or she heard me walking. You know what? Nah, it's just too much. And again, it's not a bad idea to have a Bonanza day. It really isn't. Just don't get in a habit of it. Because the brain is always trying to resolve the conflict of whatever the conflict is. whatever the event is, whatever the problem is, the brain's like, hey, how do we fix this? How do we make it all better? And if it decides, you know, that Bonanza Day is the way to go, then it's like 3 weeks later, you still haven't damn Bonanza Day. That ain't gonna work. And I kind of look at depression that way. I think to a degree, we're supposed to get down a little bit. Sometimes it just happens, but we can't stay there. Because if we stay there, the brain says, oh, that's the way to be. No, that ain't the way to be. So I hope you gather what I'm saying about the tortoise and the Bonanza Day. And we will title the video, Everybody Needs a Bonanza Day. And then I'm gonna buzz you around this little swamp here. It's pretty cool. There are gators in here. I don't know nothing about gators. I mean, one time I thought it'd be a good idea to grab one's tail on a big property. We were trapping hogs. And I can tell you that them little booger eaters are fast. I mean, really, really fast. That was a really bad idea. He didn't get me, but it definitely got me awake. But yeah, we've seen gators in here. There's ducks in here, and we've actually trapped some hogs just right over here. So it's a great habitat for hogs, but amazingly beautiful. Normally in the summertime, there's 75,000 mosquitoes, and they've got aircraft carriers for the mosquitoes to land on here. But because of all of our cool weather, they haven't really woken up yet. But we'll get mosquitoes in the wintertime too. So if you feel the ground vibrating a little bit and you think you need a Bonanza Day, take a Bonanza Day. You know, guys like me, the only time we take a Bonanza Day is when we're sitting in that chair in the living room healing from something, some kind of surgery, or we got whacked really hard, or we just dog sick, you know. And I've kind of had to learn occasionally to take a Bonanza Day, even if I'm not sick or trying to heal from a surgery or a visit to the ER. So with that being said, let me buzz you around. I got that's my phone mount, my Gerber multiplier stuck into a tree. So you can see, you got to be careful for holes because you'll step in a hole and then it'll go over your rubber boots. But really pretty. And about dark, man, these frogs are going to let it rip. Good stuff. So who am I today? I don't know. It's just been a really good day. It really has. I mean, just been out here on different properties. I got one more property to go to before dark. Nobody bugging me. Feel good. Weather's good. You know, if you hump it just a little bit, you'll get a little bit of a sweat, which is good for February the 2nd. But beautiful day, man. I mean, beautiful. Humidity's a little low today, and happy to be alive. Happy to see a lot of neat junk today, and it's pretty much who I am today. You know, I don't need a Bonanza Day today because this right here is like Bonanza on steroids. So that being said, y'all have a good day. Hopefully you'll understand that occasionally we do need a Bonanza Day. Just don't make a habit of it because the brain will think that's a good idea. And looking at this, god dang, I got to get home and have the wife cut the hair because that's driving me nuts. So y'all have a good day.